Hi, this is my Montegrappa Monte Grappa fountain pen. I received it in August 2019, so I've had it about 9 months now. I just want to share a little bit of information about the pen itself and also my thoughts on what it's been like to own since. It's not very technical, my view. It's from a desktop rather than from a lab bench. So I hope you enjoy my comments and enjoy. So let's have a closer look then. So this is my Monte Grappa in navy, although it's available in black, coral and lavender as well, if you don't want something a little bit brighter. Nib options, the nibs are either in steel, retail in the UK at about £265, or 14 karat gold, which this is, which retails in the UK at £445. Quite a difference, I know, but a little bit more of that later. Piston fill only and available in fountain pen only. There is no rollerball, ballpoint or mechanical pencil option for this pen, and this was gifted to me in August 2019 as I retired from our family business, stationery and fine pens in Harrogate, after 40 plus years, and this was gifted to me by my kids, so I was a lucky old man that day, eh? From a design point of view, the Monte Grappa is very understated, classic and simple in its design. Really, it's under the radar compared to quite a few expensive pens. If you're familiar with the Monte Grappa brand, they have this little roller on the clip and their 1912 cap decal, which is a very nice detail present on most. And the engraving on the side of the barrel is very indicative of the style of the early 1900s, when a lot of the manufacturers used to brand and state models, etc., by etching, engraving into the resin finish. It really conveys a business-like quality, and in my mind it's very well thought out. Monte Grappa have used a really nice resin for this pen. Its quality, it feels substantial and it doesn't feel brittle like some other makes can do. So as a finish and for its durability, I think I do trust this. Certainly it's not sustained any major knocks or scratches in the 9 months I've been using it. Stainless steel trim throughout, and I think it may be coated with something like palladium because there's no discolouring or marking at all, and it really zings against the the rich deep colour of the resin. And the white gold finish on the 14 karat gold nib is very attractive too. Ebonite feed services both the steel and the gold nib, which is what you'd expect from somebody like Monte Grappa and for a pen of this cost. And size wise, with the cap on, it's about 135mm long, and if you post the cap, which is my preferred way of using the pen, then that's about 160mm long when posted. The pen also tapers from about 10mm to about 16mm in diameter on the little 3D designed cap ring here. Very, very nice indeed. But I think it's probably best if we compare it against one or two models that you may be familiar with, just to put the Monte Grappa against them really. So there's the Mont Blanc 149 Meisterstück, there's a Lamy Studio, and there is a TWSBI Mini 8L. So if you're familiar with any of those models, you can compare them against the Monte Grappa there. If you unscrew the cap, it's about 1.5 turns on this quite substantial thread here, which is well machined and very smooth. There aren't any rough edges on it at all, and that combined with the smooth mechanism that drives the piston up and down the reservoir means that the overall feel in general use is a very competent and well put together, well thought out pen. So let's get some ink into this, shall we? And I've used, in the 9 months I've had the pen, I've used Monte Grappa ink, I've used Waterman ink, Diamine, and some of the Noodlers, some of the new colours that they've got, and all have performed well in the pen. Some pens I've found don't like certain inks, but certainly the Monte Grappa is not a fussy pen at all. So let's pop some ink in it and see how we get on. Filling it with Monte Grappa black ink, which seems appropriate today. So just immerse the nib. There's your 7.5 turns. So that has driven the piston right down, and this will now draw the ink back into the pen. As the pen was dry, I'll just do that a couple of times just to expel any excess air that may gather in the feed, although we all know that a little bit of air in the reservoir actually aids and helps control the ink flow a little bit, so we're not too fussed about getting all the air out of a pen ever. And one little tip I have is with a piston filled pen, I always put 2 or 3 drops back into the bottle and then invert and tighten before wiping off, and that just stops any excess ink gathering in that front feed and causing any sweating or leaking in the cap. A little bit of ink on the fingers as well, just wear that with pride, and always make sure the top is back on the bottle pretty quickly, we don't want any accidents. So let's get some paper and see how we get on. So, during my 9 months of ownership, it's been on my desk, it's been in my pen case, in my briefcase or in my jacket pocket, and every time I've picked it up, even if I've left it for a few days, it's always started. So it's very reliable, and as expected, we're up and running straight away. No waiting for the nib to soak up the ink, it's just ready and willing to go straight away. I know some people like to write with the nib upside down as well, so fine notes in the margin. That's possible with this, although it's not my bag at all. But as you can see, it works perfectly serviceably. And with the 7.5 turns, it seems to draw in plenty of ink into the reservoir, so it's not one that I've had to refill particularly regularly, only when I want to change the ink colour, of course, and whether I'm concentrating and trying to write nicely or scribbling, this pen, since I've had it, has not missed a beat. So what did you think of my Montegrappa Monte Grappa? Well, I think you probably guessed from my presentation that I really quite like it. But I know that £180 is a lot of money difference between having the gold nib, like this one, and the steel nib. But if my experience of Montegrappa steel nibs is anything to go by, then I'm sure it will not be disappointing in the least. 9 months with this one, it's been great. I was lucky to receive it as a gift in August 2019, and at this stage it's unmarked, despite the fact that it's been out and about. It's on my desk, it's in my pen box, it's in my briefcase, it's in my jacket, and so it's worn very well. Also, no matter where I've had the pen, it's always started first time as well, and it's never complained about the ink I've fed it. So whether it's the branded Montegrappa or Waterman, Diamine or Noodlers, they all work really well in this. And I think the thing punches well above its weight. So if my presentation's inspired you to have a look at this a little closer, or if you own it and you agree or disagree with me on how I feel about this pen, I'd really be very happy to hear and discuss any comments with you. So I hope you've enjoyed it. Keep well everybody, we'll catch up soon.